Hello everyone, and welcome back to the CrossCode No EXP Challenge Run, the live stream series where we are trying to complete this awesome action RPG while permanently stuck at level 1. And if you want to watch these challenge runs on your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. Now when we last left off, we've managed to beat Shizuka at level 1, which was so amazing. That was one fight I was convinced would not be possible during this No EXP run, just because even with this high tier equipment, we still do so little damage. And one thing I forgot about the Shizuka's battles that she has HP regen, so that made it even harder. And hey, Copper Nicholson, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Do it again. No. But what made that feel so rewarding is it genuinely felt like a huge puzzle trying to figure out how best to overcome the HP regen and Shizuka's insane and relentless attacks. And what ended up working was actually this combination of gear we have right here. So the Serene Bubble, Life Fiber Uniform, and Pydalos, all with that HP regen. The Radiant Bracer to try and get off, to give us that status rush to get off those fire and jolt status effects as quickly as possible. And of course the Meister Gloves, because parrying and riposte were essential to that battle. It was just such a fun battle, and definitely felt like we had to use everything we learned up to this point, such as the pause buffering and the making use of the combat arts we had just unlocked. And now, I will admit, that battle was actually the first time I ever used Guard Sphere, and now I never want to not, and now basically Guard Sphere is now going to be on all of my classes moving forward, because it was just so useful. Oh, you just finished your last day of on-site work for 2020. Oh, nice! That sounds like a lot of fun, Copper Nicholson. Hope you have a safe and happy holidays with your siblings. Hey, Snowflake! Thank you so much for dropping by! I am doing well. Thank you so much for the well wishes. How have you been, by the way? So, plan for tonight, of course, is we're going to continue some story stuff up here, and then from there, I'm going to try and leave things a bit open-ended, because we could continue with the story, though we are getting close-ish to the end, or we could do some more side quests, just for fun. Oh! That's awesome, Snowflake. Thank you so much for the compliment. I'm glad you're excited to see what I'm doing. Ah, yep, fair enough. Copper Nicholson. And yeah, so we just, I don't think I've ever talked into Shizuka out here. He's waiting inside. Really? That's all okay, fair enough. Without further ado, let's continue. Hi? Is that? It really happened. Satoshi, finally! We found you! Leia, you are here. Does that mean... is he with you as well? Huh? Alright, this way, please. Make sure he can read the number of this device. It's possible to connect it to it using an ID engine plant. Oh? Just make sure to look closely at that number, Leia. Alright, 1 moment, please. Satoshi, I am so glad to see you again. Same for me. It has been too long. Sergey? Is that you? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but before we continue, let me start a little program. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Let's stay close and talk quietly. This room is monitored. Having this noise around us should sufficiently mess with the protocol. At least for some time. I see. Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Sergey, you should already know about evotars. Thank you so much for the snowport, Snowflake, and also welcome, Brector. Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? We're continuing the story stuff, so And this is another one of my favorite segments. Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 in general are just top tier, excellent storytelling, excellent build up across the board. Yep, Satoshi was found. Is Leia aware about herself as well? What? So that explosion outside wasn't obvious enough, brother? I just wanted to make sure. Yes, she is. Good. This will make things much easier. Leia, let me start by saying that you are, in fact, the first functional evotar. Minus a few remaining technical issues, like your malfunctioning speech module. Why? Wait, so I didn't imagine it? You can talk? Partially. I hard-coded a few words into our module. I wasn't even aware that was an option. You always manage to surprise me, Sergey. It is nothing. Please go on. Right. Let me tell you what's happened after Gotham, Shizuka, and I left Instatainment. Despite countless attempts, we failed to convince Instatainment to support our research. It was in that hopeless moment that we met a certain person. Mr. Benedict Sidwell. That's the name he gave us, at least. We never met him in person and knew very little about him. Yet he believed in our vision and offered his support. And indeed, with his help, we continued our research on evotars. He provided us with everything we needed. Technical equipment, confidential specifications, and most of all, a test environment within the playground. We managed to continue our research within Crossworlds. Instatainment never interfered. To this day, I don't know how he did it. Things started within this small area of Sapphire Ridge. However, over time, we realized that a larger testing area was required for this effective research. And that's how we ended up in Vermilion Wasteland. A discontinued extension to the playground. Mr. Sidwell made it ours for research. We called it Evotar Ground. I thought it was called Power Town. Hush now. This new location wasn't the most appealing, because after all, no one wants to play this Pokemon game, but it certainly helped with our research. It didn't take us long to reach our first major milestone in the Pokédex. Our first Evotar, Leia, was born, derived from Shizuka's avatar. Back then, things were going rather well. We made so much progress. It was so exciting. Following prototypes have proven to be almost feature complete. It was at that point that a long, lingering question started to emerge. What exactly should we do with Evotars? Around that time, Mr. Sidwell made requests for additional features. He wanted to know if we could extract memories from Evotars. The memories of the original players. Hence, his original intent became clear to us. He made us develop a system to gather intelligence from players of CrossWorlds. The method works on any player of CrossWorlds. First, we apply a custom crosscode to the target player, overriding the original. Just after a short learning phase, we decouple it again. From then on, the modified crosscode can be run autonomously. The Evotar is born. In order to fully regain their memory, the Evotar needs to spend some time within the Evotar ground training to become the very best, like no one ever was. And as soon as this is complete, we gather the intelligence. It turns out you can't simply extract their memory. Oh no. But of course, you can interrogate an Evotar, just like any person. Interrogate them, with virtually no restraints on the technique. The method worked. we managed to collect highly confidential information in secret without leaving any trace. Of course, once we discovered what kind of business we had ended up in, we started to protest. We never intended evotars to be used in that manner. We were ready to drop everything. However, it was too late for that. We'd broken several agreements with our ex-employer. That's why we've been reluctant to report anything to the authorities. And even when we considered doing that, Mr. Sidwell managed to blackmail us into submission. His intention was to leave. If any of us tried to leave, our days would be numbered, and our time at the Pokemon Company would cease to exist. Well, not that it mattered to me. Do you lead heart disease? Please, do not tell me. I'm sorry. The Satoshi you knew died 2 years ago. Standing in front of you is the evotar of Satoshi. Oh. To think. I used to like you. Come again? Oh, nothing. I myself created this copy as an offer to Mr. Sidwell, so I could continue to serve him. In return, I wanted him to let Shizuka go. I was naive to ever think he'd fulfill his end of the agreement. I cannot believe this. Don't feel sorry, Sergei. Nothing could have been done about my disease anyway. Becoming an evotar was the only option for me to stay in this world. We need to switch rooms now, otherwise the masking will lose its effect. Follow me. Satoshi. Okay, Gregor, I never thought about that before. I swear, if Shizuka is an evotar that has been an evotar this whole time, that would be just a huge, mind blown. I honestly don't think that's the case, but you know what? It's not completely out of the realm of this possibility. System to extract information from players. This is unbelievable. Hey, what's ahead, bro? Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Oh yeah, this strat is great. It really sets the tone for these scenes really well. Exactly, Rector. That would just make even more make Suzuki even more of a hypocrite. Kind of breaks the atmosphere, doesn't it? We're not here to have a good time, Shizuka. So, you are now an evotar. You move around freely in the playground? No. These days, I'm confined within this building. That is also why I know little of what is happening outside. Are you aware that Leia has been in evotar grounds again recently? I suspected it from some protocol readings I had access to. Hey, Deimos! Thank you so much for dropping by! How's it going? Suppose they tried to drag Leia back into it? Yes, and once she was there, they could effectively track our connection. They almost managed to locate me. That means Sidwell is fully aware of your actions. This is troublesome. Something else I wonder. How did Leia learn the truth about herself? You do not know? Your little sister paid us a visit. You did? She confronted Leia with the truth. Very abruptly. Not again. I don't see the problem. I merely told her the truth. You know full well what consequences your actions could have had. Well, it happened. We can't change it now. I'm glad that Leia was strong enough to overcome it this time around. Yes, congratulations, Leia. We're all so very proud of you. Shizuka, stop acting like a child. Excuse me! You never stopped acting like a freak! only caring for your dear little AI sister. Enough already! Look, I know you have your issues with Leia, but you need to understand one thing. She is our best chance to get out of this mess, both of us. What do you mean? It's thanks to her that we got in contact with Sergei. Not only that, but she's the only one who can reach the evotar server. Why is now the first time I hear of this? I couldn't share this with you or anybody else. We're all being monitored. It would have jeopardized the whole plan. This was all for you, sister. Can't you understand that? Anyway. With both Sergei's and Leia's help, we might be able to get everyone out of this. You, me, maybe even your boyfriend, maybe even Gotham. The evotar server is host for all evotars, with the exception of Leia. It's located within the playground itself, somewhere inside the dungeon compound of Evotar Ground, or as I like to call it, the Elite Four. Access is highly limited. In order to make it to the top of the Pokemon lead, you must face the Elite Four and the champion. Only avatars with an embedded access key and all 8 gym badges can enter the area without triggering the self-destruct sequence. Remote administration is disabled entirely with the exception of one command, the deletion of all data. It is Sidwell's final trump card. The server is impossibly hard to reach, and even if we tried, he could wipe its data at any time. It would put an end to almost any evotar in existence, including myself. For Shizuka and Gotham, there might have been a slim chance to escape this whole mess. But for me, it was close to impossible. However, now that Leia is here, things have changed. Because she has an access key embedded, she can reach the evotar server. Again? I'm the tech whiz, and even that went over my head. Why does Leia have the key out of all people? Is it because he got a chosen Pokemon from the Pokemon Professor? Because I tricked Sidwell into giving it to her. I faked a malfunction of Leia's evotar. I told Sidwell that the best chance to fix it would be to inspect the state of the evotar and server side by side, while Leia was still connected. However, I wasn't allowed to access the server. As a compromise, I convinced Sidwell to go to the server together with Leia. He attempted to debug the issue while I provided remote support. In order to do that, Leia was given the access key. Despite all the efforts, I told him that the issue could not be fixed. As a final attempt, Leia was relocated to my personal development server. But ultimately, I concluded that she was broken. I was tasked with deleting her. Instead, I secretly sneaked her back into official game servers. Hidden within a small data corruption of the database. One where I was certain that an old colleague would eventually be tasked with looking into it. He did know my code and programming methods very well, after all. Don't make me cry. Oh yes, that data corruption, what the heck. You really did not go easy on me, and after all we've been through together, Satoshi, I had to make sure that not just anyone could fix it, only a certain special someone. And it worked. Honestly, all this was a huge gamble, but here you are. You received my message and found me, Sergei, like I knew you would. And now we need to figure out how Leia can reach the Avatar server before Sidwell has a chance to wipe his data. And I already have a few ideas I'd like to discuss with you in detail, Sergei. Of course. Let's relocate back to the previous room. Also, Zen Garden. From here on out, Sergey and I will dive into the technical details. You two probably don't want to stick around for that. Maybe spend some time together as well. Talk it out. She can't talk. Come on, you know what I mean. Do I really have to? Please, dear sister. Fine. Alright. What should we do? Have another PvP battle? Honestly, there is nothing interesting to see in this building, and anyway, I hate it in here. Let's just head outside. Oh no, I'm just reading what the head bro's comment. Imagine if it was PvP Part 2. No, please no. This whole area is just so terribly delimited. No way to move around. Still, there is a little spot at the lake over there. Let's go there. Ooh. Pretty, isn't it? The spot is pretty nice. Certainly better than anything you'd find in Vermilion Wasteland. Let's sit down for a bit. So, what words can you say exactly? Hi. Hi. Leia. How? Why? Wait. Sorry. That's it. Must be bothersome. Also, still wearing those horns? Ah! So you hate them too. They're the worst, aren't they? That all happened because of a stupid joke. I often complain that horns don't fit the Spheromancer design. At all. So, of course, one day, Sergey gifted them to me. Very funny, Sergey. And then they'd always log into my account and equip them. Those idiots. Ugh. And now you ended up with them. Sorry for that. Why? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. I already told you I don't like the horns. Well, at least they left you the star. Stars are badass. Guess we both have the same taste. Makes sense. But you're lucky, you know that? Huh? You missed the worst stuff. You didn't have to witness your brother die in front of you. The futility of the whole situation. I just kept you in that room all the time. Taking care of you. Sorry. Shut up! Huh? Don't be sorry. Honestly, none of this is your fault. If anything, and this is long overdue, I should apologize for what I did to you. This whole situation, it's been going on for so long already. I just don't know what to do anymore. How much longer I can take this. Stop that! Huh? How can you be like this after all the things I did to you? It's too soon. Getting all touchy like... That is... Nothing like me. Huh? Hi! You are still at it? I think we're done for the most part. Though there is one more thing. Shizuka, what is Gotham doing these days? Well, I didn't speak much with him recently. He's busy designing his levels and flying around in his fancy avatar instead of paying attention to me. Come again? Oh, nothing. He seems content enough. Gotham, it might be especially difficult to get him out of this. We did in fact meet him while we were in Evotar ground. From what we saw, it looked like he is physically located in the playground. Should that be the case? Yes. Somehow Sidwell convinced him to do that. It is easier to keep him under control that way. And well, Gotham was always excited about creating his own worlds. About creating what he called the ultimate experience. The prospect of experiencing it in person was quite appealing to him. Really, I think he's a lost cause. He's stuck in a fantasy world, playing his little god figure. Ugh. That blue avatar with orange clothing? That kind of looks like Goku from Dragon Ball Z? Yes, that's him. That is unexpected. He acts like such a different character. That's the whole point. In any case, we should try to figure out if he's on our side with this or not. Shizuka, you try talking to him about this. Just hinting at what is happening. I can try. And believe me, I've already tried many times before. But I'll try again because... Well then, I think I have a good grasp of the situation now. We will need time for preparations though. Certainly. If you have any more questions, you know how to reach me. Yes, I'm glad I was able to meet both of you again. Same for me. One last thing, though. Yes? Look at what Sidwell accomplished so far. I'm certain he has specific ways to track your actions. Because of that, please be extra careful if you plan to involve any other player. So, you mean Emily. Who's this Emily? Oh, brother, you have no idea, do you? I'm going to find out one way or another, aren't I? Probably. I will. And I already have my suspects. Yes, I know, Leia, I know. Huh? Well then, goodbye and see you soon. Goodbye. Take care. Bye. You too, Leia. And I mean it this time. Phew, that was a lot to take in, correct? So, what to do next? Oh, right, we should head back to the east to Sapphire Ridge, specifically to that old dojo where you got the meteor save. According to Satoshi, an entrance to Evotar ground is hidden in that area. I would like to have a look at it. You can use that teleporter for a quick connection to the dojo. Ooh. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite sequences in the entire game. Okay, we are at the whole dojo. The entrance should be somewhere towards the east. But yeah, that sequence is just so much fun for so many reasons. Not only the incredible explanation for why the evotars were going on, the true revelation about how Benedict Sidwell, and of course, most importantly, that reconciliation scene between Shizuka and Leia is one of my favorite scenes in the entire game. I think it's really powerful, the fact that Leia is, in essence, forgiving someone who was so awful to her, quite frankly. And being able to move past that. It shows a lot of growth on Leia's part. I think that's really cool. Wait? I think I found it. Ooh. It's right here, that wall to the east. Let me see if I can reopen it. There we go. Let us see what we find in there. Excellent question, Snowflake. So, For those who are wondering, last stream I introduced a chat points reward called Leia's in Control, and while it was fun, it also didn't make a whole lot of sense because while Leia's inability to say most words is adorable, it doesn't really work if she doesn't have someone else speaking to talk to it. So instead, what I decided is now it's Leia joins the stream instead of Leia's in Control. So if someone were to redeem that chat point reward, then of course I'd roleplay as Leia as though she were like a guest on the stream. So that way, I would still technically be in the stream, but in a way, so would my roleplay of Leia. And speaking of which, let me just add that to the meme challenges. Hi! Hey there, Leia. You can thank Snowflake for letting you in. She gave you that chat invite request, didn't she? Well, happy to have you here, Leia. I mean, honestly, after being Suzuki at level 1, you deserve it. Let me just add that to the meme challenges. See? There you go. Ooh. Oh no. What the heck, bro has enough. Thank you for welcoming. Thank you, Drekor, for welcoming Leia to the stream. Hi. See? Leia's saying hi to you too, Drekor. Oh no. What the heck, bro has enough channel points to block all consumables. The horror. Wah! Wait! This is it, Leia. If we go through that tunnel, we will reach Vermilion Wasteland. Bye. Leia, I know you don't want to go back there. It's such an awful place, but we have to go into the belly of the beast in order to make things better. Don't you see, Leia? This is part of the whole hero story arc. Just the evotar of him is hopefully still over there. If we act fast enough, we might still be able to rescue him. Leia! Leia, please stop. Yeah, it's interesting to think about Drekor. Oh, I agree, Snowflake. Leia is such a sweetheart. She's just such a fun and awesome character. And, oh no. I see, someone's redeemed some channel points for reading a messages, Emily, so let's see what we got here. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Leia. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Leia. Imagine reading a post, but over the course of it, the quality seems to deteriorate and it gets worse and worse, with the Sawentist watcher and Wemmo tweets to a point of utter nonsense, and just don't want to read it anymore. And World Order is just awful. Vital post of on and on, will want your stop wedding. Now I sound like Elmer Fudd. Stop wedding, will start with as I'm going to finish it now. What? You have a good day. That was the best thing to do, Tom Fernandez said, I'm sorry. Eva won't. Leia, please stop. Running in there alone and unprepared is destined to fail. Do not worry. I am pretty positive that we will find a way to reach the evotar server. To be honest, I am more concerned about what comes afterwards. Why? Assuming that we reach the server and manage to make a backup of all the evotars, we still need a proper environment to run them. A new place for evotars. I see you agree, Leia. And one way or another, we need Instantainment's permission for that. Why? I am not entirely sure how to tackle this issue yet. If you haven't noticed, I am an introvert. Ugh. Now, Leia, being an introvert's fine. That's not the issue here. It just means it'll be harder for Sergey. Even for an employee like me, it's difficult to reach the right people to talk about this. Well, that certainly dampened the mood. I'm sorry. There really is no point in worrying about this now. We just have to try our best and see what happens. Waiting it out simply is not an option. Let's just head back. Oh no, Topper Nettleson, why? Oh yes, one last thing. Would you go to the first dollar HQ? I would like to try something out. Hmm? Wait! What is it, Leia? Hmm? Oh, you're pointing at Topper Nicholson's suite. Oh, that Topper Nicholson! Leia has free will. How dare you talk about AIs that don't technically have the same rights? Oh, I mean, technically, at this point in the story, yeah, there isn't quite those rights in place yet, but they definitely need to be implemented, in my view. Because, as Leia is a person, too. Rector saw a protest in front of Entertainment's HQ. Alright. Good question, Snowflake. So because it is Leia joins the stream and not Leia is in control, what it means is if, let's say for the sake of argument, someone spent channel points on Leia joins the stream and channel points on any of the other is in control, whether that's Emily, Apollo, or Sergey. What would happen is, instead of me being the one talking to Leia, it would be that character talking to Leia. So it might be Emily and Leia, or Apollo and Leia, or Sergey and Leia. Does that make sense, Snowflake? That's a good point, Gregor, because, yep, glad I clarified that, Snowflake. That is a good point, Gregor. I think the moment anything has sentience, no matter what it is, whether it is an organic being, an inorganic being, a light bulb, I don't care. If it has sentience, or it can demonstrably have free will, it should have the same rights as a human, in my view. Whereas if you had like a rather more simplistic machine that wasn't capable of thinking for itself, then maybe obviously rights wouldn't apply to that, because that would be more of an object as opposed to a sentient being. That's just my view, though. Okay, nobody seems to be here right now. Perfect. Please have a closer look at the projector in the meeting room. Huh? Alright, I have the model number. One moment, please. Hi! It works. That is very convenient. Satoshi told me how to connect to any projector or inside the playground. That way, I will be able to talk to other players. This might come in handy pretty soon. Why? Well, it is still too early to get into the details right now. Huh? Anyway, should we call it a day? I will need a bit more time thinking about all this myself. Bye! Good night, Leia. Wait! Don't worry, Leia. We'll get to be in a playable state soon enough. Ooh. Ah! I know, Leia, this is a painful memory, but we have to go through this again. I wonder how the others are doing. Lynn, Buddy, Emily, all of them. They're probably worried about us, right? In difficult times like these, it's good to know there are people out there that care for you. What is happening? Leia, please, get me out of here. Help! Good morning, Leia. Ah! Leia? Oh, you're pointing at Snowflake's comment? Sorry. Oh, Leia's saying that she's sorry, but it's all good, right, Leia? Glad to see you approve. I mean, we'd much rather have you here than not. Speaking of people being here, hey, the Arj guy IV, welcome! Thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Yeah? Another bad dream. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You want to talk about it? I see. Oh, hello, Leia. Hi. We just keep right into each other recently, don't we? Don't we? Actually, this is very convenient since I wanted to speak with you about something that, will certainly not have any impact on the plot whatsoever. Why? I just had a quick talk with Lynn. I'll need to take a little break from the game soon. Huh? I said a little break from the game soon. That means I won't be around for some time. Huh? Why? It's personal stuff. I'd rather not talk about it, sorry. I will still be around the next few days, though, if there's anything else you'd like to do. Before I'm very busy. As usual, just call me via D-Link. See you. Bye. Oh, you saw the Shizuka battle on YouTube. That's awesome. Oh, glad to hear you were impressed with that. I mean, that was such a fun battle, but was also absurdly difficult. We had to do, like, I think 4 or 5 streams of prep work just to get the equipment we needed for that. And then 2 streams of attempts, but it was so worth it. I'm glad to have you here, though. Thank you so much for dropping by. I really do appreciate the support. And welcome, welcome. You were asking about the gear in the comments, and I can show you the gear in a few moments after this cutscene. It's I think I explained it in the comments, but I don't think I've changed it out quite yet. Yep, exactly, Snowflake. The way to beat Shizuka. Status rush. Fair enough. Of the ARJ guy. Well, we should not forget that we are logged into an MMO. There's still that's real life out there. Or the others, at least. And I know how much you want to visit Emily. I guess that's a problem for future Sergey, isn't it? Sorry, I should have worded that differently. Actually, I've good news. The plan to reach the evotar server is almost complete. We will have to storm Vermilion Wasteland together with a lot of players. You remember how strong some of the enemies were over there, correct? And you also remember that you're level 1. There is still enough time to prepare. You should make sure your stats and equipment level are as high as possible. Although, your stats probably aren't going to get any better without equipment, am I right? It might be worthwhile to revisit Rumpus Square for that. Once you feel ready, let us go back to the hideout and discuss the remaining details with Satoshi and Shizuka. I agree, Gregor. I think it'd be cool if it created like an android body of some kind for Leia in the post-game DLC, so she could meet and actually go to the quote-unquote real world besides being in here. I think that'd be a really cool thing to add. Why, hello there, Leia! It is I, the most important character in this game. You're here as well. I'm trying to remember. Am I in Chapter 10 yet? Oh, we are. There's something I have to do, I think. Leia, dear, it's good to see you. I just had a talk with Trotty. Did he tell you the news already? It's a shame, but that's how it is. In moments like this, real life has to come first. Today really isn't the best day, huh? Not only is Trotty going to leave, but I had to cancel a special ed-named quest I was planning to partake in together with Albert. I mean, of all the times to drop out, my goodness. Why? Because as he's meeting his old friend somewhere in Rhombus Square. Huh? I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but you know I have to be passive-aggressive at some point. And why should I care when he just drops our plans so quickly? Ooh. Also, I love the... Leia is so sassy, and it gets really hilarious at times. Just make sure not to tell Buddy about it. Al would be really angry otherwise. Oh! Curses! Foiled again! Alright, now before I do anything else, I do need to actually do this thing in Rhombus Square if we want to avoid unfortunate events. Yep, I know where he is, Snowflake, not to worry. But yeah, there's Albert. So the thing is, during my very, very, very first playthrough, I completely missed this, and it led to much sadness. So, we're going to avoid the sadness, and, make sure that we do this correctly. Hi! Oh, good day, Leia. I didn't think you would actually be partaking in my sub-story, but I guess here we are. Good question, the Arch guy. The post-game DLC, I have no idea when it's coming out, but when it does come out, I would definitely want to revisit CrossCode to see if we did beat the post-game DLC at level 1, just for fun. Though it will all depend if they have any bosses or enemies that have, like, absurdly high HP regen, because if they do, that might be a problem. Otherwise, it should be a really fun challenge. But that's definitely something for the future. And Copper Nicholson, there are many more ways to show affection than that. Such as dates, or spending time together. Or just doing normal activities with each other. You know, it'd be fun. Emily and Leia just cooking dinner together. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, Leia wouldn't be able to eat it, but still be interesting. Having a stroll around Rhombus Square. Oh, who are you? A new member of the First Scholars? Yes, she just joined a couple weeks ago. Well then, I hope you're enjoying Crossworlds, young lady. Leia! Glad you agree, Gregor, that would be adorbs. Oh, yes, I'm Ivan. Nice to meet you. Actually, something quite peculiar about her. It seems her speech module isn't working. Oh, it isn't? She just said her name, though, didn't she? We believe she is using some kind of workaround that allows her to say a few words. Hi, bye, how, why, sorry. This is very strange. I'd suggest you contact support, but if you already rely on a workaround like this, the problem must be really persistent. Think there's anybody you could talk to about this? Not really. I'm unfortunately out of touch with the development department. I expected as much. There was that one time when I tried to promote some research projects to integrate upcoming AI technology. I talked to some of the engineers back then, but it wasn't met with a lot of enthusiasm, so I gave up on it. It's really a shame. I heard that Entertainment cut down on the R&D department in general, didn't they? That's pretty much the case, yes. Why? Business is going well enough, and most shareholders want to avoid risks as much as possible. In other words, macroeconomics. Entertainment has lost much of its innovative spark these days. Oh, is it that late already? It's time for me to go. Anyway, it was nice to see you again, Albert. Until next time. Sure, just let me know when you have some free time. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye! Last stream, we talked about branching narratives, and how do you feel about how CrossCode handle it? I guess we can talk about that, Snowflake. I think CrossCode is a mostly linear story, and it's a phenomenal story, and it works for what it is. And I think that's just fine. If CrossCode did have a branching narrative, I imagine it would have taken even more work than it already did, and I think this game took like 7 years to develop, because it was a small team working on it, and this is such a massive game. So I can definitely understand why they didn't go with a big, massive branching narrative. And I think for what it's worth, they did handle... I mean, it is a bit of a surprise that it's not inherently obvious where the decision point is, at least at first, for CrossCode's different endings, but I'm glad that they at least have it here so that you can see at least kind of like the good and the bad sides of things that could have turned out in a situation like this. So I do appreciate that it's here. Yep. Oh, don't worry, Snowflake. I have every intention of making sure Leia's okay. Well, I have to leave as well. Bye. Bye! Who was that person? He seems to be closely involved with instantaneous. What was his name again? Ivan? No way. That must mean have been Mr. Vestorovich. He is the shareholder of Instantainment. Huh? It means he has a portion of the company. Huh? It means he is important. Ah. Oh, really? What the heck, bro? So originally it was planned to be completely linear, but at some point they decided to make this part optional. Ah, you missed it on your first playthrough as well. Yeah, it isn't super obvious unless you actually talk to Lynn there, or unless you get, you know, the bad ending first. But I do find that interesting. Now, as I was saying last stream, if a linear story is phenomenal, by all means, I'll consider it phenomenal. I just think that if you have two stories of equal caliber and one's branching and the other's not, I would usually prefer the branching. But CrossCode is a phenomenal story. He is supposed to be such a busy person, yet here he was talking casually with Albert. Ooh. Layout, this is huge. Mr. Vestorovich, he has been acting in the field of AI for some time now. I tried to get in touch with him back when Satoshi was still at Instantainment, but we never had any luck. However, since Albert seems to know him personally, we might get our chance to meet him. I am 100% positive he would be thrilled to learn about evotars. So, now we just have to reach Albert and ask him about it. Oh, that is the tricky part. Remember the hologram projector in the meeting room of the First Scholar HQ? If we can meet him personally there, I might be able to talk to him directly. It looks like he's still online. Let us just head to the meeting room and see if he is close by. Okay, that's a really positive way to look at Snowflake. And I also appreciate, but after you beat the game for the first time, they allow you to kind of go back to the start of Chapter 10, and if you want to skip certain parts of the finale to get to other specific parts, they let you do that, which is really cool on their part, especially since there are two endings. And I won't deny the bad ending, he made me really upset, and not in a bad way, but in a way that it made me feel emotionally hurt. And But not to worry, I'm going to do my best to spare you all that, because we want the good ending, darn it. Yeah, it was so heartbreaking. I'm glad you agreed, Tractor. I don't get me wrong, for a bad ending, they executed it so well. I'm just saying, like, it was really, really heartbreaking. Albert isn't here. Maybe upstairs? Oh, that sounds like fun, Rekor. Oh, delete all your saves? Not sure if I'd recommend that, but if you just want to start from the beginning so you can have a continuous experience when the post-game DLC does come out, by all means, go for it. No luck up here either. We tried to contact him via D-Link. Hi! Hello again, Leia. Is something the matter? Something about me. Ah! Something about you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Something between us. I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for a guessing game, Leia. Please try to discuss this with someone else. That did not go too well. Sorry. Let's just be more persistent. Just call him again. Yeah, fair enough. What the heck, bro? Yeah, the thing about Genshin Impact is I think only 2 of the game's 7 or 8 regions are released right now, so there's definitely a lot more content to be added further down the road. Ah, cool, Rekor. Hope you have fun with that. Come on, Leia. I know you can do it, Leia. Oof. Hi! In already. Sorry. Are you just calling me again to say sorry? It's fine. Just don't call me again. Thank you. Wait! Oh, well. Leia, I know it isn't pleasant, but you try to be more assertive. The future of evotars may very well depend on this call. Your future may depend on this call. Your future with Emily may be on this call. Wait! Leia! Hi! Leia, enough already. Wait! Wait. Is this something important? And you can't discuss this with anyone else. Oh, bother. What should we do then? Should we meet in person? In Crossworlds, I mean. Alright. Maybe that way you will get your message across. Where should we meet, though? Huh? Inside the headquarters, maybe. Good. I'll be there soon. Perfect. You did it. Leia! Now you just have to wait for him on the ground floor and try to drag him into the meeting room. Snowflake has a question for Leia. Snowflake is curious as to Leia, what's your favorite region in Crossworlds? Now, I need to see your fingers for this. Hold up 1 finger if it's Autumn's Rise or Fall, 2 for Burden Trail, 3 for Moon Valley, 4 for Dower's Garden, 5 for Sapphire Ridge. Oh, I see just one finger being held up. Now, 1 for Autumn's Rise, 2 for Autumn's Fall. Ah, one again. Oh. So, Autumn's Rise is your favorite, Leia? Yeah, I really like that region too. No, I agree, Rekor. My favorite areas in this game are definitely Sapphire's... I'm sorry, not sorry. I'd say Vermilion Wasteland would be... I go back and forth between Vermilion Wasteland and Autumn's Rise for my number 1. And Sapphire Ridge would be number 2, and then it goes down from there. Yeah. It's okay, Rekor. But we all know Leia does not like Vermilion Wasteland for obvious reasons. I identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the battlefields in Battlefield 4, or to to win against the dishonorable news. I'm going to install rotary blades, a 30mm cannons, and an AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my person. They shall call me the Apache, and respect that's my right to be the most dominant person in every battlefield match. If you can't accept me, he has a helicopter and needs to check at my vehicle privilege. Thank you for being so understanding, Leia. Hi. Here I am. So what do you want to tell me? Or rather, how? Glad to hear you like Autumn's Rise as well, Snowflake. That's definitely a fun region, for sure. I love the music, and it's just a perfect opening sequence. The meeting room? So, what now? Leia, I need to see the serial number of the projector again. Huh? Don't give me that look. I didn't Control C and Control V it before. Hello, Albert. Who are you? Is this some kind of scam? No. My name is Sergei Asimov. I am an acquaintance of Leia. This is a scam call, isn't it? Just hear us out. Pleased to meet you. I am sure all of this is very unexpected. Quite unexpected, indeed. I'm here because I wanted to talk to you about Leia, her circumstances, and other things. But before that, I want to emphasize that all of this is highly confidential. I need your word that you will not share this information with anyone. That is fine. I can keep a secret. Alright then, first things first, about Leia. She is, in fact, not controlled by a player. Come again. Leia, is Rookie Harbor your favorite city? Oh? Which one is it? Oh, is it Rhombus Square? Yeah, that's such an amazing city. So much to do there. And there's the arena, too. Come again? Leia is controlled by an AI. Come again? AI. An artificial intelligence. This is the future. Don't tell me you don't know what that means. I know what it means. But it is very hard to believe. I mean, yes, she can barely talk, but she reacts very naturally otherwise. Well, it certainly does explain some of the weird circumstances from before. What about you, Mr. Asimov? What exactly are you doing here? Don't tell me you're an AI, too. I am merely connected to the game to watch and support her. I see. So why is this player controlled by an AI? And why do you want to talk to me about this? It will take a bit longer to explain all of the details. It might even take, but I have this very convenient stream archive that should do it justice. A stream archive? Trust me, it'll be a lot faster than having me explain it word of mouth. That is why I suggest we talk about this somewhere outside of the game. And just how long is the stream archive? It might take a few days to watch. A few days?! You should be able to see my contact info next to the hologram. Fine. I have to admit you've made me curious. Alright then. Leia, I need to log you out for the time being. It's going to take a while for him to watch through Antomicx's No EXP run of Crossworlds. We will talk again later. Bye! Till then. Good morning, Leia. Hi! So, things have been progressing surprisingly fast. I explained the situation to Albert and we got in touch with Mr. Vestorovic. And we have ourselves an appointment. Mr. Vestorovic wants to meet you in person. He is expecting you in his mansion in Rhombus Square. Albert will pick you up at the Skyrail station in Rhombus Square, South Arc, and lead the way. We should hurry. Mr. Vestormovich is a busy person. Alright. Pickle Leia, no. First you had Pickle Rick, now it's Pickle Leia, no. I turned myself into a Pickle Emily, no. Alright, I do need to take a short break to get some water, so in the meantime, don't run a 60-second ad. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, well, welcome back, everybody. And I will say this, I think CrossCode's fanbase is really nice, and I think that's a huge positive for the community. While the community is small, it is real. Everyone's genuinely really nice and supportive of each other, and I'm really thankful to be a part of this community. But yeah, I have heard Top Rental said that the Rick and Morty fanbase is can have some issues like that, but that's okay. Because lots of fan bases have the good sides and the bad sides to them. So, I'm looking at the time, it's already 8 o'clock, I mean, 8:07, and it's like time flies when you're having fun. But I imagine just based off of the pacing right now that much of tonight's stream is going to be a lot of story stuff and cutscenes. I hope you guys are all okay with that, because this is all extremely important to the plot, of course. And I enjoy it as well, but I also know that this is a challenge run, and part of the fun of it is, of course, the combat and stuff. So there might not be as much of that this stream. Just wanted to give you guys the heads up of that. Good day, Leia. Hi. No time to waste. Please come this way. Oh, before I forget, I'll remind everyone at the end of the stream, but there will not be any stream this Thursday, and there will not be any YouTube uploads this Sunday, because it is going to be Thanksgiving, and I'll be celebrating the holiday. So just wanted to give you all the heads up about that. And if you are celebrating Thanksgiving as well, I hope you have a happy holiday. No, Gregor, as I was just saying, no stream on Thursday because of the holiday. Alright, cool. He's waiting inside. He wants to find out just how advanced of an AI you are. Well, just try to act naturally. Human-like. So in other words, be yourself, Leia. Pretty much like you did so far. Thanks, Gregor. Yeah, thank you so much for the well wishes. And yeah, I agree. Everyone, please try your best to stay safe, especially during these very challenging times with the pandemic and everything going on. Oh, now I'm going to continue this, but as I'm going through this, I do want to actually put up a poll to chat. I want to try and gauge interest here. So one thing I'm curious about is, where's my polls? So one thing I'm curious about is, we do have a couple of... I should probably show this first. We do have a couple of side quests that have boss battles left. These include A Promise is a Promise 5, an unfortunate series of features, melting this cold fiend, and I think there's waves of sand as well, though not sure if we'll get to that. And my question to you, chat, is, do you guys have any interest in me going for those side quests, even though it's not going to give us too much new stuff compared to what we already have? I know what you mean, Snowflake. It's been such a fun challenge run, and it's and I've been enjoying it a lot as well. But at the same time, we're also, well, all good things, as I say, must come to an end, and we are approaching the end game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a very quick poll. Should I do some side quests for the finale? It's a simple, yes, do some side quests, or no for the finale. And we'll set up a duration for 2 minutes. Oh, actually, let's set up a duration of 10 minutes. And there you go. Alright, so there should now be a poll in the stream chat. Feel free to make your voices heard over there while I continue with some of this dialogue and such, and I'll be sure to check it after the time limit's up. Ah, there you are. That's a good question, Snowflake. Leia, what would you want to do? Huh? Would you want to go fight more enemies? But don't you also want to save Evotar, Lucas? You care which order you go in, Leia? I guess Leia's kind of fine either way. Ah, there you are. Hi! Welcome to my little mansion, Anna. It's nice to see you again. Leia! Ah, did I get your name wrong? Right, your name is Anna. I'm sorry, my memory for names has seen better days. Anyway, I'm glad you arrived safely. It's good to see that you managed to stay dry with all the rain outside. Why? Did I say something strange? Oh, wait, I forgot. It's sunny out there, isn't it? Ugh. Ho ho ho. I probably sound like a senile man to you, don't I? Ouch. That was a bit too honest, don't you think? Sorry. Ho ho ho, don't worry. I'm just testing you. Huh? I was told you are an AI. One of the most effective ways to distinguish a poor AI from a human is testing how it reacts to nonsense. And despite your lack of speech, I have to say your reactions so far seem very much human-like. I'm impressed. Oh, Snowflake, I know you can fail this thing. That's why I'm trying my best to do this correctly. Anyway, let's do a little quiz. Huh? Don't worry, it could be simple. Yep. I agree, Rekor. I love the fact that this is basically a Turing test for Leia. So, which does make sense. Mr. Vestoroved wants to, of course, confirm that Leia is in fact an AI, but also is capable of independent thoughts. And that does require a test. This way, please. Ladies first. Okay, Leia. Are you ready? Good. First question. Say, Leia, do you remember the appearance and taste of fruits and vegetables? Huh? In that case, what's your favorite? A, lettuce, B, tomatoes, C, bananas, D, eggplants. Good. Lettuce, you say. Please remember this for a moment. Now to something else. Some time ago, I had a long talk with an old friend. He just went on about his garden at home. Yada yada, bonsai trees, blah blah, flower beds. He just kept going. Fair enough, Gregor. I'm sure other members in chat who speak English, as well as myself, would be more than happy to try and correct your grammar politely, of course. Yes, I understand language. English is a very confusing language, and this is coming from someone who's learned that as his main language since a young age. He just kept going. And when he was done, I told him this is all really fascinating. Here's my second question. Did I tell him the truth? Alright, last question. So, remember your favorite food item. What color is most commonly associated with it? A, red, B, green. Oh, that was fast. The color of lettuce is green. Sounds reasonable. Good. This concludes our quiz. And you handled this one perfectly, that's for sure. Now, you could in fact just be a human-controlled program mocking an AI. But Mr. Asimov proposed a little experiment to prove that you are, in fact, a real AI. He gave me a small program to send you a pre-recorded message. I will send this message now. Get ready. Ah! Hello, Leia. This is a pre-recorded message. Huh? Mr. Asimov claims you are capable of receiving and understanding the full recording in a split second during what he calls using the quick menu. Or, as he put it, pause buffering. Ooh. That is certainly a feat impossible to humans. In the middle of this recording will be a simple question. Careful not to miss it. Anyway, the weather sure is nice, isn't it? Huh? I'm just talking to add some padding to this, don't mind me. Well, that should be sufficient. Here's the question. What is 6 divided by 2? No rounding. ZDAS fails! Thank you so much for the Prime sub! I really do appreciate it. How's it going, by the way? Hey! Glad to have you here, ZDAS fails. And again, thank you all so much for the Prime sub. I really do appreciate it. Right now, we're in the middle of Leia's Turing test, in order to make sure we avoid sadness at the end. Now, remember, what is 6 divided by 2? Please remember that answer until after the recording is over. Now on to something else. Some of my peers find it rather strange that I sometimes play Crossworlds, you know? Oh yeah, glad we can answer. Yes, are we doing the Turing test tonight? Well, there you go. ZDAS fails question answered. They keep telling me a person in my position should have better things to do. So what you're saying is you need character development because you've had barely any screen time. That's exactly right. Hey, you can't break the fourth wall. That's my job. But why should it matter what I do as a recreational activity? Plus, I feel the technology of Crossworlds is highly fascinating. Of course, I do. That's why I invest in entertainment, after all. Anyway, this is the end of the recording. Now, please, answer my question from before. Absolutely incredible. You received a recording of about a minute and responded to it almost immediately. This proves without a doubt that you are indeed an AI. Pretty much the most human-like AI I have witnessed so far, and I've watched iRobot. Mr. Asimov, I'm honestly impressed. Ha ha, very funny. I get the Isaac Asimov joke. Though I am very glad to hear this. I'd like to meet up soon to discuss this matter in more detail. Please contact my secretary to make an appointment. I will do that right away. Thank you for your time. No, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to see this. And Leia, I hope you enjoyed our conversation as much as I did. Whew. Ow. Oh, quite the sassy girl, aren't you? Smud Leia for the win. Thanks for posting that. What's ahead, bro? There is some alternate dialogue if you fail the Turing test, but that's definitely not what we're trying to do. Oh, that's actually a good point, Snowflake. Mr. Vestorovich referred to Leia as this as opposed to her, but I mean, we have to make progress slowly but surely, I guess. Goodbye, Leia, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Okay, I see the poll is over, and it's unanimous. Everyone wants to see me do some side quests, so that's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the plot to just before, it's not quite the point of no return, but just before we actually start doing the thing, as I'll call it. And then once we get to that point, that's when I'll focus on some side quests, and then I think we'll see which side quests I'm able to get done, and then go from there. And also, Gregor, thank you so much for contributing 200 points to the channel points to the poll. Back again. How was it? It went really well. Mr. Vestorovich at least seemed very intrigued. If we can convince him of the potential of evotars, we might get instantaneous to support the research after all. Which means we might be able to create a future for evotars. Leia! This is great news. Anyway, next I suppose you have to resolve this whole evotar ground situation, right? It's called Pallet Town. Come again. Never mind. Right, and we are on it. No, that's perfectly fine, Rekor, and I agree. That should be the first one we go for, because we're practically at the end of that quest. It's just that boss battle, so that'll be the first side quest we go for. Please make sure not to tell anyone else about Leia just yet. They can't know that she has all 8 gym badges and go to the Pokemon League. It is important that we keep things secret for now. Understood. If there is anything else I can help you with, just let me know. Of course, and thanks a lot for everything so far. No problem. See you around. Bye! So, what next? Right, getting ready to re-enter Vermilion Wasteland, our Pallet Town. Once you feel prepared, let us visit Shizuka and Satoshi again at the Old Hideout. Yes, Leia is technically the avatar because she has both the fire and the water tribe appearance to her. But she also is master of 4 elements, so there's that. Evotar, the last Spheromancer Evotar, the Legend of Leia, yes! I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I was supposed to invite, I see you're looking for a formidable punching force. I'm ready. Oh, wait a minute. No, I know I do. Sorry, Emily, have to send you away. Wait, but I didn't even get to see Leia once this stream. Don't worry, Emily. You'll be seeing Leia again very, very soon. Right, Leia? Huh? Don't worry, Leia, you will. Oh, okay then. See you soon, Cherie. Evotarte Yoshi. Oh, I love the Avatar of the Last Airbender references. It was her hat, Mr. Crab. She was number one. Yes. Oh, amazing. She was number one. Yeah. I don't think it ever does explicitly explain that Snowflake, so my guess is that Sergey has kind of like a spectator mode of Leia. So like she views her from the third person as though he were some kind of spectator in like a competitive video game or like a multiplayer video game. That's my guess at least. I don't know for sure though because they've never really explained it. But that would be my best guess. Because after all, Sergey is able to talk to Leia, and that might seem a bit bizarre if he was looking at Leia's view through a first-person perspective. We are playing as Leia, right, Leia? Hello again, Leia. Do you think you are prepared to execute the plan? Mind that once we start, things will have to move quickly. So, are you ready? Alright then, let's get everyone together. Does that mean I'm Sergey? Oh no. See, Leia agrees with me, Copper Niddle said, I'm not Sergey. Okay. Where to start? I looked a bit more into the technical side of things. The evotar server is most likely derived from an old version of the official game servers. Mean an old version in of the Pokemon games? Yes. That means it should be vulnerable to a certain DOS attack we experienced in the past. They still haven't fixed that? I know, right? Oh. Using the hit stun overflow issue? Alright. We're on the same one. Even though you're his evotar, we're still on the same wavelength. Now please for us common folks too. Absolutely not, Copper Nicholson. Absolutely not. Wait! Leia is controlled by a crosscode. Does that mean that I was the crosscode the whole time? Mind blown. Just that means that I'm the game this whole time. I know, Leia. You want to see where the story goes, and that's... Let's get back to it. Well, in other words, there is a way to make the Evotar server crash. Crash very, very badly. Once it happens, Sitwell will have a hard time restarting it, because it will have crashed very, very badly. Thus, the server will not respond to anything, including queries to wipe the data. That will give us enough time for Leia to reach it physically. That sounds very promising. So how exactly will it work? How do we make it crash? The keys are the evotars running around Vermilion Wasteland. We need to subject them to a certain type of field effect, as many and as quickly as possible. And what's funny about this is that as a game developer myself, I know this kind of thing would actually work, because what Sergey is basically saying is, if you put a whole lot of particle effects and other modifiers on a character at once, it essentially forces more and more RAM and processing power to be used on powering the game than it would normally expect. And if you send how much processing power is needed up high enough, it does actually cause things to lag and then eventually to crash. So what the logic they're actually using here does hold up, and I find that really amusing. Suzuka is my aunt? No! If we succeed, things should overflow on the server, making it crash. However, for this to work, we will need a lot more players to participate. That's why I plan to involve a few other players, specifically those Leia has mentioned before. That's pretty funny what the heck, bro, though. That's exactly the same kind of thing they're talking about here. Essentially, what happened there is you overloaded the server with too much things to process, and it crashed. Leia is somehow my daughter? What? I mean, she's an awesome character, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I had no part in making CrossCode, I'm just playing the game. Involving other players. I suppose it's a risk we have to take. I currently see no other options, unfortunately, and I'm sure the players can keep a secret. Spheromancer Leia! I take that back. So, what about me? I can't enter the official playground, but I can move around Vermilion Wasteland. Should I help? I think it would be better if you avoid logging into the game while we storm the evotar ground. Since Sidwell is aware of your current location outside the game, you need to be quickly relocated. Otherwise, things will end with him taking you hostage. Right. There is the real-life side of things as well. One last thing. Did you manage to talk with Gotham? I tried, and trust me, I tried. He has been acting very strange, even more strange than usual, and that's saying a lot because I was used to that when I tried to to get closer to him. Once I mentioned Leia, he started raving about how she managed to escape his dungeon tower. Oh yeah, exactly, Snowplay. That does show that Shizuka is alive. I guess you left an impact. Smart Leia, yes! Anyway, I decided I'd better not tell him too much. Really, he's pretty much turned into a nutcase by now. That is worrisome. We will see if we can drag him out somehow. I know a few people from the maintenance crew that might be able to help us with this. Good. Then how do we proceed? For now, we should call it today. As soon as I have everything prepared, Leia and I will try to gather the other players. And once we have the help we need, we start with the plan as soon as possible. Hey, Crocodile Games, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Alright, let's give it our best shot. Yep, up the Arch die. Exactly, the ultimate experience. That we will soon. See you soon. Good night. Bye. That made sense, Copper Nicholson. Oh, and if you're wondering how the challenge runs around Crocodile's Games, we beat Shizuka at level 1 last stream, and it was awesome. Like, we won that battle 6-0. And right now we're going through a lot of story cutscenes before trying to wrap up some more story cutscenes, and then we will at least try to do some side quests, and then in the coming streams try to do some more side quests before going for the finale. But yeah, for now, we're just going to continue with the story. And how have you been, Crocodile Games? Leia, should we log out now? Wait! I'm glad to hear you're doing well, talk to those games, though. Sorry to hear you're having internet struggles. Those can be the worst. You seem to like this place. Just like Shizuka. Well. Are you nervous? Same for me, really. This plan is very risky. There are so many things that could potentially go wrong. Why? I'm sorry. Building confidence is not exactly my strong suit. By now you probably already guessed it, but I plan to involve the other First Scholar members. We will need their help to properly execute the plan. That also means I have to explain the full situation to them and tell them about you. I understand that you are nervous about this, but there really is no way around it. Leia, I'm sure she'll accept you just the way you are. Must be nerve-wracking, though. I sympathize. And I am a pretty positive that they will understand. Oh, you made a phone background out of Leia and Shizuka at that tree. That's awesome, the Irish guy. I agree, Rektor. Leia deserves all the hugs. And I am willing to give all the hugs. Trust me on that, you are no stranger to them anymore. Whew. Also, here's something I should have said a long ago. Thank you. Huh? We had such a long journey together. We went through such a number of hardships and all of my lies, and you always kept going. Really, I could not have imagined a better partner. Yeah? So, what about now? Ready to log out? Bye. Good night, Leia. She responds. Good morning. Huh? She looked scared. Well, it might be due to your appearance. I suppose. One moment, then. This should be more casual. Can't you speak? Huh? That's something we need to look at. But you still seem to understand us, don't you? Interesting. A mute woman that can still listen. How nostalgic. Huh? Say, do you remember your name? So, should we call you then? How about Leia? Here are images of different landscapes. And mind you, they are all geologically correct, unlike so many areas in Crossworlds. Do you remember what forests look like? Well then, can you point at the image showing forests? That's correct. So you remember basic concepts pretty well already. So what about yesterday's sign? Can you still do it? Huh? You forgot already? Oh dear. Is there any sign you remember? Huh? That's something. It's pretty clear now that it's not just your speech that's missing. Writing things down doesn't work, and we only get so far with hand signs. It's like you're missing the ability to recall words or any abstract concept. Leia, it's okay. Please don't feel bad about this. Hello, Leia. Huh? Hmm? Always the same. Huh? Isn't it funny how it always goes the same way? All the support I gave them, all the things I did. It suddenly doesn't matter. Just because of conflicting ideals. And all at once, things have to go hostile. Hmm? Sorry, this really shouldn't concern you. So, any more hand signs you remember? Alright, so you can still count. That is something you picked up rather quickly, as well as remembering how geological formations in water work. Oh, back to trying this again. Don't worry. You won't need this for any of the signs. What is it? You want me to tell you more about her? Well, we met through work several years ago. She was competent, hardworking, mute, but that didn't stop her from doing her job. Ooh. We communicated via writing at first, then I learned sign language. But even then, she never was much of a talker. Just very, very good at listening. Just like you. Huh? My job was all about having good relationships. I've met so many people, always busy keeping up connections. Yet, it was also very shallow. With her, it was different. And I hope with you. Because she was one of the few people I could speak openly. Huh? Similar with you. Huh? I suppose I just got along well with you people. Whew. So what? We're just humans. The world's most self-absorbed creature. We really like to think highly of ourselves. And sure, we certainly came and went far. But in the end, we are just another kind of creature lost in this vast universe. Leia, do you remember what a clear sky looks like at night? Huh? Out in the countryside. No town or city. I hope one day you will. It is like a boundless sea of stars, of endless possibilities. When you see it, you start to realize just how insignificant we are to this world. Oh, I agree, Retgor. But it also shows really the double-sidedness of Sidwell. You're right, that is a kitty. I never noticed that before. It is done. My final creation. Time put an end to this. It's time put an end to all of this. It's time. The ultimate experience. Good morning, Leia. Hi. Did you sleep well? Huh? Well then, time to get everyone together. How? I'm happy you asked. I worked really hard and managed to add a couple more words to your vocabulary. Ooh. Eat? I am sure that will help getting everyone together, correct? And before you ask, no, don't give me that look. I couldn't add it before we had to speak to the person, to Albert. Meet Leia! Exactly. But wait, there's more. That's right, I've been watching the old Billy Mays commercials. Huh? Thanks! You're welcome. Well then, let us tell the others. The goal is to get everyone to assemble in the meeting room at the First Stroller HQ. Oh, I agree, Gregor. Gotham's such an interesting character. I mean, you can think of him as an obsessed artist. To me, I relate to him even more because Gotham's a game designer, and I also do game design as a hobby at least. So I can understand just that desire to really make an experience that's super enjoyable and intricate and intriguing, and that's what Gotham's interested in too. And it's really fascinating to watch. His basically that endless desire to make that next experience. Let us move there first, shall we? Of course, nobody is here. That would have been too easy. What could I have honestly expected? Well then, let us try to contact everyone via D-Link. Time to use your new vocabulary. Hi! And I would like to point out, ladies and gentlemen, of all the people Leia could have called, look who she calls first. I'm happy that it's this way, I'm just pointing that out. Oh, you're an amateur gamer yourself as well. That's really cool, Drekor. We all have to start somewhere. Yeah, I understand that. When you're first starting out, you want to make your stuff as good as possible, and you're still learning things. I get it. I've been there. But yeah, just stick with it, Drekor. I mean, really stick with it for months and even years, I'd say, and you will get better. I mean, I had to self-teach myself a lot of things, and it took a long time, but the most important thing is to stick with it and keep on practicing and expanding your craft. So best of luck with that, Drekor. Yes, clearly Leia wants to go on a dinner date with Emily. Maybe someday. Maybe in the post-game DLC, if any of the devs are watching this. Can we please have a date sequence? Realistically, it's probably not going to happen, but in the canon, but still, we can dream, can't we? Hi! Oh, bonjour, Leia. It's good to still see you in the game. Roddy has been offline for several days now. I suppose he's gone on for good. And I suppose he's not good as well. Huh? What the? Sorry. Hmm? He didn't even say goodbye, that dork. Oh well, so what's up? Should we start a party? Meet! Pardon? Meet Leia. You want to meet? Where should we meet? Leia, wait! Oh, you'll wait to meet at your current location. Well then, let me check. Ah, you're at the headquarters. I'll be right there. Thanks. You're surprisingly talkative today, Cherie. Do you have any other words you'd like to say? I guess that's a question for later. See you soon. Bye! Oh my goodness, that's such a good point, CS Fails. I never even realized that Emily does have a problem with her friends vanishing without telling her. You're absolutely right! Gosh darn it! I'm not sure if they'd ever make an evotar Emily Snowflake, but what you know, it'd be really cool as like another dual decision that they could add. Imagine if at the end of the post-game DLC, you're presented with a choice of either having having Leia stay in like a house in Crossworlds with where she can live with the other evotars and hence evotar Lucas, or be ported to some kind of android body to be in IRL, and hence, of course, have the opportunity to be with Emily. I think that'd be an interesting choice, personally. Will it happen? Probably not, but I'm just saying that's... me as a game designer, that's kind of what I thought of. Hey, that works better than I expected. I guess she knows you pretty well, though, doesn't she? Hello, Leia. Hi. Sorry. Huh? Leia, sorry. Oh, you mean what's happened? That's what happened before? Mm-hmm. Leia, it was just a HUD, don't worry about it. It wasn't even that strong. No broken spine, all good. Whew. Yeah, no, really, it's all yesterday's snow to me. Hey, it's Leia. What's an outbound? Meet Leia! I don't know. Don't you think this is a bit too soon? Just one HUD, and now you want to meet me privately in there? Hmm? Ah! Why? I'm just messing with you. Clearly, that's not at all what Leia was thinking. I'm sorry. You want to have a meeting with all the First Scholar members? Alright, I can get everyone together if you like. Thanks. No worries. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. I agree, Lucas has such an upbeat personality. And yeah, he's really good at cheering people up, which I think is also why Evotar Lucas was so good at cheering Leia up, and that Evotar Lucas was the right person to be there when Leia was going through her darkest hour. And yeah, Smug Lucas is underrated, but I mean, it's stiff competition with Smug Leia and Smug Emily, so I mean... Great, glad to have Schneider on board. Honestly, I would have asked Albert to get everyone together, but it seems he is not online yet. Let's just hope he will show up soon. Oh, and I didn't even realize, that's probably like a different line of dialogue depending on whether or not you did the scene with Albert or not, so... That's a really nice attention to detail on the dev's part, so the player might be asking, well, why not just ask Albert since he knows about all this stuff, and they're pointing out, oh, he wasn't online yet. Yep, I agree, Drekor. Smud Emily is super adorable. Well then, let's let us call Apollo injured. Leia, we need help from anyone who might be interested. Huh? Seriously, we need all the help we can get, Leia. I know. Oh, you're not excited about it either, but they have the stats to be helpful, so that's what's important. Hi. Hello, Leia. Zero Master Leia, it's good to see you. Leia, meet. Excuse me? Don't tell me it's time for PvP Battle 4. Meet Leia. I think she wants us to meet her. So, does this mean you are ready for our next duel? I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion in Copper Nicholson, but I do not ship Apollo and Leia. Not at all. If I had to ship Leia with a guy, it would be Evotar Lucas. But you all know who I ship Leia with, and she's right there, so... It's, Emily, of course. Speaking about Copper Nicholson, Gregor. This is a very comfy building for an HQ. I like it. We already have a quadrant guard, and we're not recruiting right now. Come again? Oh, nothing. I'm not jealous. Why, thank you. Good question, Z-Test fails. The most likely answer is that Apollo and Jern are roommates, but in my headcanon, they're partners. So, finally I meet the famous grass head I've heard so much about. The one that Leia managed to destroy 3 times, despite being level 1. The name's Apollo, Triblader. By the way, aren't we all just grass heads of different colors? Yeah, you're right. Well, at least I have the color of fresh grass. That's right. I, Apollo, am fresh. Yes, but I'm the wise grasshead. Listen to your elder, Greenhorn. Alright, screw these metaphors. Don't worry, Z just fails. We already got the Dolan bars from Buddy, don't worry. Hi! Quiet, everyone. Let's hear what Leia has to say, as if she'll have anything to say. Huh? Leia! Neat? I'm loving it so far. Absolutely riveting. Shakespearean, even. Leia, the hologram number. I forgot the hologram number. Again. I know, I should have written it in a Word document somewhere. Just look at it. Huh? Hello, everyone. Sacre bleu! My name is Leia. Who is that guy? I was just... Emily, let him talk. Thank you. Before you ask, no, I have no relationship with Leia beyond one of work. My name is Sergei Asimov, and I'm here to explain Leia's circumstances to you. So, allow me to direct your attention to the monitor where I will be showcasing in a stream series, the stream archive that will explain this all to you. Because as you should all know, all of you should be aware of her speech module issues by now. However, there's another aspect of Leia you are probably unaware of. Leia is an AI. Her avatar is controlled by an artificial intelligence. What? You're joking. Sphero-Master Leia! Does this man tell the truth? Sorry. No way. It can't be true. Are you saying that I've fallen in love? I mean, I have these that all this time you definitely fooled me. So wait, does that mean a bot managed to join our guild? This is amazing. We've all been duped. Leia, dear, so are you an NPC? I'm very confused right now, and we're supposed to be the lore masters. Leia is a regular avatar, controlled by a very special kind of AI. Allow me to start from the beginning. Again, please turn your attention to this stream archive series. Finally met Satoshi and Shizuka, and Leia somehow managed to beat Shizuka at level 1. I know, I don't understand that either. At a place hidden somewhere in Sapphire Ridge. That is how we learned everything, and how he could come up with a plan. A plan to storm Vermilion Wasteland to reach the Evotar server. And that is where we are right now. Damn. That was what a convoluted situation. Sphero-Master Leia, I don't know how to respond to this. All this talk just went way over my head. But what was this part about punching through dungeon walls? That sounded awesome. I'm still so confused. Don't worry, hon. The situation is very particular. Okay, now this is where you come in. In order to properly storm Vermilion Wasteland, we need your help. So please, for the sake of Leia and all Evotars, can we count on your support? We count me in! Leia is a dear friend to me. Wink, wink. She can be an AI or a loaf of baguettes for all I care. I'd still care as deeply about her all the same. Of course I'll help her. You're right. Leia is a member of this guild, and we should support her. I mean, sure, the situation is crazy, and storming in Vermilion Wasteland might get us into trouble. But how often do you get the chance to break into unfinished game territory, am I right? True words, my dude. This sounds like a crazy kind of raid. Only this time without all those poles. They were poles, right? I think there were more sticks. Oh, whatever. I'm not sure I can approve of all this rule-breaking behavior. However, the way Evotars are currently treated is a disgusting display of injustice. By my name and the honor of the Spheromancers, this cannot stand. Seconded. Very true. We first scholars cannot abide by such cruelty. Leia, you have our support. Indeed. Also, everyone get down from that table, come on! Yes, ma'am. Thanks. Thanks. Honestly, I never expected this amount of enthusiasm. Yep, Zetas fails Lena's best team, Mom. I am very glad we have you on our side. Now, we just have to find a good time that fits everyone. The sooner the better. It's the weekend, and I have time. Let's do it today! Emily? I mean, we can surely do this all today, can't we? This is such an important part of the story, and it's so important for Leia. Emily! What? Oh. I see. The time doesn't exactly work, does it? Well, I guess it'll be for another day, Cherie. But don't you worry. Let's storm Vermilion Wasteland! Sure. Today is good. I was planning to do some shopping today. That was a joke. No, seriously, it was a joke. Alrighty, today it is! Fantastic. Then let us meet in about an hour in front of the dojo on Sapphire Ridge. The entrance to Vermilion Wasteland is nearby. Also, before you leave, we should try to establish a direct communication channel. Please give me a moment. We're all set. Now I can talk directly to all of you. I shall effectively be your Overwatch. Nice. Then I'll quickly optimize my equipment and gather a few items. See you soon. Alrighty, Al and I had better prepare as well. See you soon. Sergey, quick question. You said there was an evotar copy of me in Pallet Town, potentially interrogated? Yes, that is correct. Oh, shocked. I better log out and quickly change all my credentials. I'll meet you in Sapphire Ridge. Sphere of Mantle Leia, we shall prepare as well. We'll show them what it means to deal with the wrath of the Spheromancers! Leia. Hurry. Now I finally understand what has been going on with you. You really must miss him, non? The other Lucas and Evotar ground. We'll get him out of there, promise. Damn it! I'm going to kick Sidwell's derriere so hard, he'll never sit well again. Ah, gotta prepare. I guess that is it. We are all set. Let us meet with everyone else at the dojo in Sapphire Ridge. We had better be prepared as well. And I agree, Grabdoor, that line of hers is hilarious. It's just such a good pun. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm a bit surprised at everybody because it's there was no combat this stream at all. Like, that was all cutscene, so I apologize that it took that long. I did not expect it to take that long, but hopefully that was interesting because personally, I think that's such an important sequence of lore. But I apologize that we didn't get to any side quests tonight. But don't you worry, we will of course get to that all next time, which will be this Tuesday. Because there's no stream this Thursday, again, because it is Thanksgiving. I'll be celebrating and the holiday, so no stream this Thursday, no uploads on YouTube this Sunday. But I'll be sure to see you all again next Tuesday. Glad you all enjoyed it, and again, thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. And for those of you watching on YouTube, the amount of support I've seen there on YouTube, especially recently, has been really cool as well. For those who only watch on Twitch, the YouTube channel just hit 100 subscribers, I think today. And it really warms my heart to see so much support from all of you on YouTube. And I just want to say to each and every one of you watching on YouTube, I really do appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining me on this journey in the No EXP run. It's been it's been so fulfilling to not only overcome all these challenges, but to also be able to share these experiences and these triumphs with all of you. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for the support. If you are watching on Twitch, I'm going to be doing a raid soon, so please stick around for that. Oh, Snowflake has a question. If Survey can see Leia from third person, why does she have to go over and see the hologram number herself? Shouldn't he be able to see it? My guess, Snowflake, is that if that's a good point, though. If they were third person, maybe the camera's limited or something, and it's based on like the axis that Leia's view is, which would mean that if it were like a small detail on the ground, that might not be easy to see. But yeah. Thanks for the well wishes, Grekor. But yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, hope you have a great night. And again, no uploads on this coming Sunday, no stream this Thursday. I'll see you all this coming Tuesday.